Kick is up, has the accuracy, and it is good. Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up. Tua to throw. Has time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield. Spinning his way. Pass to 35 to 30. 25, 20. 15, 10. 5. And the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my. Making his presence felt. 1 play. 60 yards. 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side. Caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. And it is Tank Bowl. The number 1 overall pick is on the line. The New York Giants are in Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. And this is going to be interesting. Both teams have shut down multiple players for the season, including the Raiders having shut down Max Crosby, which is causing a whole different slew of discussions right now due to videos that Crosby posted the other day with him, playing basketball and jumping on a trampoline and all that when the Raiders were claiming a meniscus procedure was in the works. But yeah. Most likely Bills-Eagles will be better because even if that game is lower scoring, it means that the defenses are playing well. The only main way this game is actually better is if this is legit like a 42-40 finish. Now, if Adam Rank is correct and this is a 4-2 finish, we're going to be in for a long ride. But this could be interesting. Yeah, Max Crosby is ruled out, as is a whole slew of other players. The Giants are going to be without Theo Johnson at tight end. They're going to be without, obviously, the Malik Neighbors and Cam Scottaboo got injured earlier. Raiders are going to be without Raheem Mostert, without Jack Beck, without Philip Dorsett, without Max Crosby. Because it's not every season where you get a matchup like this where the first overall pick is on the line. As the Giants get the ball first, going to be returned beginning from the 4, space out past the 15, past the 20, and down to about the 21. like my initial idea was to go live with Eagles and Bills. That was the plan the entire time. But I was like, you know what? I do kind of want to go live with this game. If the Dolphins and Buccaneers ends early enough, I will say screw it and we'll go live with this one instead. And that game ended with about 10 minutes in between, so that was enough time for me to be like, screw it, let's just go live. Because one of these two franchises is gonna have a lot. They're gonna have pretty much their future shaped with this game. Dart in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw, pass right side, going to be caught up past the 25 to about the 26. That's Wan'Dale Robinson on the reception. It's also like I've watched plenty of Eagles and Bills games this year. Kind of want to shake it up a bit because I'll be watching them again come playoff time. Dart and shotgun back to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and there's space for a first and then some. Past the 35 into the 36. That's Tyrone Tracy on the carry. Yeah, and we're gonna laugh the entire time. Again, I'm not opposed to watching bad football. I go live with every UFL game. Some of those do end up being pretty middling games, but I still just like watching football at the end of the day. Handoff up the middle for Tyrone Tracy, going to be a gain of about 4 up to the Giants' 40. As yeah, Jacksonville has officially beat the Colts. They win by 6. Now it's up to Tennessee. Dart looking to throw in 2nd and 6. Pass right side can be caught by Robinson once again. That's a gain of about 3. Yep. The Bucks win next week. It means that at 8 and 9, the Buccaneers will win the NFC South. Which again, I'm not completely surprised by. All right, 3rd and 3. Dart in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. The back in motion towards the left. Now getting back towards the right side of the line there. 3rd and 3. And there's... Yep, there you go. Movement before the snap. Can be a false start against the Giants. Took a second for the refs to call that whistle. So a 3rd and 8 coming up. No, so the Texans win next week against the Colts, and the Jaguars lose to the Titans. The Texans will win the AFC South. It's just how much faith do you have in the Titans to get that done is the question. As that game is still going, there's a minute of 30 seconds to play in the Titans game right now. Dart in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 8, looking to throw. Dart, some time, pass left side, going to be caught for the first. Pass midfield and out of bounds at the 46. It's Wan'Dale Robinson moving the chains and putting the Giants inside Raider territory. Wide open for Robinson was wide open there. Okay. Dart and shotgun back to his left. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming, escaping to his left. Slipping and sacked. Back at the 40. The camera crew kind of did not get the memo on that play, it seems. That's a loss of 15 there on the sack, basically. And yeah, he just completely slips on that Allegiant turf. So a 2nd and 24. They gave him the 41-yard line. Dart and shotgun, 3 receiving options to the right, 2 to the left. Dart looking to throw. Has some time, pass over the middle, going to be caught. Big hit, and the ball comes loose. And now they're ruling it incomplete. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target, and he gets absolutely laid out there. Yeah, right over the middle. Ball comes, doesn't really make a football move. Yeah, that's a clean hit, and that's a great clean hit. Yeah, that's a great hit there to force that ball loose. Make it 3rd and 24. Dart in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. 3rd and 4, and there's movement before the snap. False start against the Giants. It's now a 3rd and 29. The tank bull has started. The tank bull has thoroughly started. That's his second false start of the day already. We are 1 drive into this game. Start in shotgun, back to his right. Three receivers to the right as well, looking to throw. Dump off right side, going to be caught. And that's going to be Devin Singletary for a gain of about 5. So the Giants will punt. The drive stalls out thanks to a 14-yard sack. And now we'll see the Raiders on the field first. Is it Geno Smith getting the start? I imagine it is. I didn't see anything about Kenny Pickett getting the start today. All right, the punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 15 and brought down at about the 16. Also, I like how for this season, the Raiders have been doing different colored end zones. One of their end zones is black with silver text. The other is silver with black text. That black text. It's very minuscule, but I do like it. I like when teams get creative with their end zone art. Well, the thing is, the Bills' run defense is terrible. I'm kind of banking on Saquon Barkley having a big game today. Otherwise, I'm screwed in fantasy. Because I'm currently down by 20. And I have Matthew Stafford, Saquon Barkley, and James Cook in a Rams defense to go. I'm going against Ashton Jeanty and CMC. So it's going to be an interesting one. Yep, at commercial break. Yep, at commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Get to see the Raiders' first drive of the game from their own 16-yard line. Yeah, Darnell Washington broke his arm in the Steelers' loss. That's tough. So they're going to be without. They're going to be without Darnell Washington and DK Metcalf next week for a winner-takes-all game against Baltimore. Smith under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Hand off up the middle for Ashton Jeanty, going to lose about 2. Great start. Hey, Bobby Okereke on the tackle for loss there. You know, he's been playing well. He's been having a solid career after the hype that was surrounding him after how McAfee announced his draft pick. He's been doing solid. All right, 2nd and 12. Geno Smith under center. Back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass left side, gonna be incomplete, saying he couldn't get his feet in bounds. Looking for Dante Thornton Jr. Instead, it's a 3rd and 12. Was a great throw from Geno Smith. Good back shoulder. Just couldn't get his feet in bounds. Yeah, that left foot's out. Going against that Deonte Banks, if I remember my Giants roster correctly. Pretty sure he's a free agent. Where is the 3rd and 12? Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Ball on their own 14. Smith looking to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by Michael Mayer, and gonna be, I think actually that's enough. I may have rolled on top of some Giants there. Nope, gonna mark him short. I would love it if it's a 0-0 tie. That would be incredible. It would be the second 0-0 tie in NFL history. It's going to be 4th and 1, so the Raiders go 3 and out. Yep, there we go. And AJ Cole on to punt this one away. Yeah, Deontay Banks was the defender. Okay. I do know my Giants decently well. And the Raiders are going to challenge that. The first was a game back in 1920 between the Racine Legends and the Chicago Maroons, if I remember correctly. We looked at this the other day. Oh no, it wouldn't be. What was the matchup that was going to be the first potential for? There was some matchup that was the first, but no, there's been 73 games that have ended 0-0 in the NFL history. The last one was in 1943. So either way, it would be history making. Now I'm curious what that matchup was. What matchup am I thinking about? 2? There was some game that I cannot find right now on Scoregami's website. Yeah. It helps that like the Texas division throughout the years has not been great, but yeah, that's still impressive. And like in a year like this year is even more impressive because they've gone on to win 11 of their past 13. Like it's a really impressive feat. Yep. At commercial break, waiting for the Giants' second drive. Yeah, and it feels like this could be the year they get it done, mainly because of the defense. I liked a little bit of what the offense showed. I don't know. I need consistency from it. All right, the challenge. The Raiders lose the challenge. There's a 4th and 1 still. I think a Texans Bears Super Bowl could be fun. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 21, gets up to about the 27. So Jackson Dart will start with ball in his own 27. As the Saints hanged on against Tennessee. The Saints are now 6-10. They've been on a nice stretch the past couple weeks. They're looking good. The Saints have been impressive. Yeah, they've won 4 straight. Probably should have won 5 straight with that loss against Miami. They've been good. Probably Texans would win that game. I'm not sure though. Dart handoff up the middle, gonna get that back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It would either be a 35-31 type game, or it would be a 13-10 type game. And either way, I'm not sure who would actually come out on top there. Texans Rams is my Super Bowl currently. Dart looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Quick pass right side, caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. Going to be a gain of about 5. They have ran that same play like 4 times already. And there's 8:25 to play in the first quarter. Yeah, it's Texans Rams, but the tough thing is that's most likely then going to be 2 wild card teams, and that's incredibly unlikely. So I'm probably going to change that after this week. Dart looking to throw in 3rd and 5. Pass left side, going to be caught. Nope, incomplete. Initially looked like a catch, but as soon as he hit the ground, the ball comes loose. The Giants go 3 and out. As the ball did not survive the ground, the Giants will punt. Most likely, I'm not sure. Because most cases, a team that would start 0-3 if they were to make the playoffs would be a wildcard team. And not a lot of wildcard teams end up making the Super Bowl. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 23. Trying to find space, but unable to. Going to get right back to about the 23. All right, 7:46 to play in the first. And we're heading back to a commercial break. All right, apparently a Giants loss today will clinch them having the first overall pick. If the Raiders lose, they could still drop back down to 2. But a Giants loss guarantees them to have the first overall pick. So this game is going to be somewhat interesting. And that's in large part due to the Browns beating the Steelers today. Nope, the Cardinals cannot get the number 1 overall pick. At least if the Giants were to lose. Probably if the Raiders were to be the one to lose today, there's some mathematical combination that would get the Cardinals the first overall pick. But the Giants' loss clinches the number 1 overall pick. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, with that win, Miami now sits at the 12th overall pick. Crazy. All right, 1st and 10. Ball on their own 24-yard line, right? Yeah. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Pass right side, caught by Michael Mayer, has space to about the 40 before being brought down. 1st down pickup for the Raiders. They are moving. Yeah, a Raiders loss sets the stage for them, the Giants, the Jets, and most likely one of either Tennessee or Arizona. Maybe. Those probably don't have a lot of a chance. Geno Smith under center, back behind him, gonna hand this off up the middle for Ashton Jeanty, and that's a gain of about a yard. Still have not seen anyone report on it yet. That probably won't be talked about until later, for like the actual broadcast. Rookies with 5+ rushing touchdowns and 5+ receiving touchdowns all time. You have Doak Walker, a few others there, but main ones, Ashton Jeanty and RJ Harvey are part of that list. RJ Harvey's having a great season. I'm loving it. Geno Smith in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 8. Pass left side, going to be caught and brought down at about the 47-yard line. That's Trey Tucker on the reception. So a 3rd and 3 coming up. I'm actually just... Let me go to that Cardinals-Bengals game recap. I showed on there. Smith passed over the middle, going to be caught, but not enough for the first. It's a gain of 2, needed 3. Jeanty on the reception, a 4th-and-1 coming up. Yeah, I'm seeing it now off to the side here. Trey McBride with 117 catches breaks the tight end single season reception record, passing Zach Ertz. Good on Trey McBride. He has been one of the very few bright spots in Arizona this year. All right, 4th-and-1. Geno Smith under center, back behind him, trying to get the Giants to jump. No, they're going to snap this handoff up the middle for Jeanty, and that's enough for the first, fighting his way to the 46. Gain of 5, all right? No, I don't think he should request a trade. He is the cornerstone offensive piece in Arizona right now. He's the guy they're trying to build the offense around a little bit. I don't think you pass that up, even if it means you're not having success right now. He's still young. No, don't request a trade. Shouldn't request a trade for a little bit longer. Geno Smith rolling out to the right, gonna be able to get this ball off just in time, as that's Brian Burns in the backfield, nearly bringing him down for a sack. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. 4:37 to play in the first. Yeah, there's not really. I don't see a need of Trey McBride requesting a trade just yet. Obviously, like as the years go on, yeah, but for now, I think he's fine in Arizona. Being the main piece. Geno Smith touch pass forward for Trey Tucker, gonna get about 3 or 4. Make it a 3rd and about 6. So a 3rd and medium. Geno Smith in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. This has been the best drive of the game from either side so far. Geno Smith looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass deep. Right side wide open is Tucker. Down to the 15. And the Raiders are in the red zone for the first time today. Just under 4 minutes to play. Yeah. So Geno Smith under center, going to hand this off up the middle for Ashton Jeanty, who's going to get to about the 12, a gain of 3. I think we're going to see 2 or 3 like actual big players request a trade in the offseason. Max Crosby feels like a definite at this point, with how the whole situation's been handled the past few days. Maybe Justin Jefferson, but I'm not too sure with that. And then Breece Hall would be the other. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 2nd and 7 from the Giant 12. Smith looking to throw, pass right side is intercepted. With space past the 30, 35, 40, past the 45, past midfield, the other 45, and finally brought down near the 43. It's Bobby Okereke. And that's the league leading 16th interception thrown from Geno Smith. And the Giants have the ball right back, looking for Michael Mayer. Put it too far out in front, and the Giants defense makes a play. And thanks to that, Tua no longer leads the league in interceptions this season. I don't think it'll be Justin Jefferson to the Chiefs. I mean, they're obviously going to be in play for him, but I think they'll send him somewhere else. I'm not sure where, though. I'm also not sure if he even requests a trade. It depends what the discussion they're going to have with him in the offseason is. Because Justin Jefferson is going to want to be reassured that they have a plan in place for like the future at quarterback and everything. Which, I mean, they kind of maybe do. Who knows? Yep, at commercial break. Another Survivor commercial. Yeah. I don't know what the Vikings have in place at quarterback. I mean, like, I do kind of feel like you need to give McCarthy another year just to see if, 1, he can stay healthy, and 2, how much he's going to improve now that he's actually like going to have another offseason under his belt and not have to deal with recovery from an injury during most of the season. Even though again he's been hurt, but not as bad as his rookie year. The Vikings are in a kind of a weird spot. I think they can be. I mean, their past few games, like, they're 8-8 right now. Their defense is playing really well. Their team as a whole is winning games. They just need an offense that can go with it. So like I said, I think the pitch to Justin Jefferson is not going to have to be a massive pitch for him to want to stay. Dart in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the left as well. Ball on the Raider 44 after the interception. Dart handoff right side for Devin Singletary, going to get a gain of about 4, up to the 40. A lot of 4s. Hey, Landon Roberts on the tackle. Former Miami Dolphin and Pittsburgh Steeler right there. I did not. There we go. I'm seeing it now. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, I kind of would, because, you know, he's their franchise player, but at the same time, like, they completely disrespected him this past week by just the entire situation leading up to this game. Dart quick pass right side, going to be Wan'Dale Robinson for a gain of 6 and a first down. Because like it's Max Crosby after their game last week, or maybe yeah, after the game last week, being asked about the first overall pick, and him being like, "I don't care, I just want to win. I want to go out there and play and all and yada yada yada." And then for them to go right around and put him on IR and shut him down for the season, that right there is kind of telling him to go fuck himself. They're looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side, caught by Singletary. Going to fight his way for about 2 or 3. Yeah, it's the Raiders are in a mess of a situation right now. I do not envy them at all. Second and 6 coming up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his market would be. Guard gonna toss this left side for Singletary, and he has space. Up past the 20, past the 15, the 10, the 5, and Devin Singletary. Down to the 1. It's a 29-yard carry for Devin Singletary. And a 1st and goal coming up. Now the Giants do not need to call another play before the end of the quarter. The game clock is a second ahead of the play clock here. No, Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty are not going to be traded anytime soon. Those are cornerstone pieces that you build around, and you have to help a rookie tight end. Handoff left side on 1st and goal. And it'll depend on the spot. They're going to say he's in. Touchdown, New York. Right at the end of the 1st quarter. Devin Singletary punches it in. This is going to be reviewed as it's very close. As it stands, the Giants strike first. And it crosses the plane. That's a touchdown for the Giants. And that'll be the end of the 1st quarter. I could see Crosby wanting to go to maybe the part of me wants to say the Jets, but hell no. I'm not sure where Crosby goes. Because it's like what is his value to teams across the league? What would teams be willing to give up? I just don't know. Extra points up and good, because if you look at him with this as a similar value to Micah Parsons, then I could see a team. I could see like maybe Seattle taking an effort there. I could see Philly, but it's like he's older than Parsons. I don't think by much though. But he's older than Parsons. He already has a big time contract. His value won't be the exact same as Parsons. You probably get him for a little bit less, but still for like a pretty good value for the Raiders end. So I think like I could see Carolina being in on him. I could see Tampa. I could see Philly. I could see Houston. But like you're probably gonna need to give up another another defensive player alongside of it. Yeah, and then, but again, like you probably would need to give up another a defensive player to get him plus picks. So what do you? But like, so like, who do you give up then? Or maybe because his value is slightly less than Parsons, you might only have to be able to give up picks. Like it's one of those situations where no one really knows. Yeah, but yeah, I was thinking like, okay, boy, give up like Sheldon Rankins or someone in the interior, but then you're crowding the edge rusher room, which can work, but like the Packers were able to give up Kenny Clark for the Parsons deal because their interior D line room was what was crowded and they needed help on the edge. I'm not sure what team has that similar situation. Maybe, but like you wouldn't want to give up Will Anderson or Danielle Hunter. I'm not sure who the Houston's third and fourth string edge rushers are.
I'm also not sure like if the Raiders even want a player in return. I'm just assuming that because of what Parsons got in return. But like the Raiders could be a team that are simply like, you know what, he requested a trade. We want to send him to where he wants to go. Give us like a first, a third, and some other like day 3 pick, and we'll be good. Now, like another situation is like, okay, they need the quarterback. Miami, and that's how you get off with the two. And definitely, probably not. Like that's how you get off the Tua deal. You get a first, a third, and Tua go into the Raiders. Well, that's probably not enough, but just like very mass hypotheticals right now. And me being delusional as hell. And just coming back from commercial break, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 14. Face out past the 30, 35, past the 40, and down to the 41. Great kick return there to set up the Raiders with some good starting field position, trying to bounce back off after the interception. And now down by 7 as the second quarter is underway as well. Yeah, and like a stacked edge rusher room can be really vital. But you would also no, I'm not drinking coffee. I'm just drinking like a fruit punch basically. It's is it Calypso's that like at the local grocery store? It's like a lemonade. But like if you can have a stacked edge rusher room, you want one of those edge rushers to be able to kind of be like a free flowing piece. Smith handoff left side for Ashton Jeanty, gonna lose about a yard. I do not like coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker. Coffee, tea, energy drinks, all that kind of stuff, I don't really care for. Alright, second and roughly 10. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the right as well. Tight end in motion, right to left, and there's movement before the snap. We'll see who this is on. No, I don't really drink beer or stuff right now. It's a neutral zone infraction against the Giants. I drink that stuff like occasionally, but no, it's like it's sodas. It's like the lemonade, just water. I have a like flavor powder, and I put in water for like occasionally, like mainly like during games. I'll put it in there just to have. But no, it's like just like sodas mainly. Like I go out and I have like a Diet Coke. Geno Smith in shotgun, looking to throw in second and 5. Dump off left side for Michael Mayer. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage for minimal gain. Hey, that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, third and 5. Geno Smith in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Can motion a receiver into the backfield to his left. Some movement before the snap, but they do not snap the ball to get the Giants off sides. So Geno Smith going to look to throw. Dump off left side, going to be caught by Jeanty and tagged down inside the 45 at the 43. Yeah, I never really like caught on to like apple juice, like or even orange juice and stuff like that. It was always lemonade for me. That was always my go-to, and then like sodas got into the mix, and I a good orange soda, I could destroy those. Smith, quick pass right side for Michael Mayer, gonna get inside the 40 to about the 39. As Eagles and Bills have kicked off by now. How's that game going? That game is at 0-0. Cool. Love it. Saquon Barkley has 3 carries so far. So is James Cook. Jalen Hurts is 1 for 4 completion to begin this game. My Geno Smith under center, back behind him. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Jeanty once again. He's gonna have space for a first and down to about the 31. Gain of roughly 8, but there is a penalty now. We'll see who this is on. It's hands to the face against the Giants. Gonna add some to this. A 1st and 10 coming up from the Giant 26 as attack on 5. Yeah. Yeah. There's a Geno Smith under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Smith going to hand this off up the middle for Ashton Jeanty. Now bouncing out left side and going to lose about 2. Actually, just the other day, my dad sent a photo of us going to our first Dolphin game. That was like 15 years ago. Oh, it did. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's been like 15 or so, 15, 17 years. Geno Smith looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Tyler Lockett. That's going to be a gain of about 5. Yeah, it's been pretty much my entire life. Yeah, like being from South Florida is just like we go to games like once a year or so. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw once again on 3rd and 6. Pressure coming, and Geno is sacked. Back near the 25. The drive stalls out inside the 30, and the Raiders will kick the field goal. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably go back and forth between them occasionally. I don't know. All right, Daniel Carlson on for the field goal try. 42-yard kick from the left hash. Kick is up and right down the middle. Raiders are on the board. All right. Then I'm going to head to commercial break off that. 9:41 to play in the first half. Head into a commercial break. Bills have ball inside the Philly 25. They can. Cool. Can I put that game on in the background as well? Yeah, well, Daniel Carlson is always one of the brighter spots for the Raiders. He's been a very reliable kicker for them. Cool. I tune into the Eagles-Bills game on in the background just because, and I see the Eagles picking up a fumble like 30 yards away from the line of scrimmage. What happened? What did I just miss? Both of these games are going to be chaotic. Evil. Oh, Josh Allen tried to tuck the ball and it slipped. Because of course. Ugh. Now that game's going to a commercial. The Bills had ball on the Eagles 23, and now it's Eagles balls on the. Yeah. Bills had ball on the Eagles 23, and now it's Eagles ball on the Bills 42. I love football. Yep, at commercial break. Oh, that's a great image. UFC commercial. I'm not surprised by this. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Raiders are set to send this one down after the Daniel Carlson 42-yard field goal finally put them on the board. $9:41 to play in the half. Yeah, that's one of the things I forgot to put in this bookmark tab. Put Scoregami on there. All right, kickoff underway. Gonna be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Giants begin from the 35. Those Buffalo Bills red uniforms are beautiful. Yeah, it's Tank Bowl. It's gonna be an interesting one. The Giants touchdown came off of a 46-yard interception return from Bobby Okereke, and Devin Singletary capped it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. And then the Raiders just kicked a 42-yard field goal to make it 7-3. Now Dart in shotgun back to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Tyrone Tracy, and that's a gain of about 6. I'm excited. I'm excited to see those rivalry uniforms in action. I've been a fan of a majority of the ones we've seen this year. The Seahawks one was a bit meh, but for the most part, I have liked all the rivalry uniforms. Hand off to Tyrone Tracy once again. Going to be a gain of 3. So a 3rd and 1 coming up. Part of me is hoping for the 49ers to win tonight, so that game can be Sunday Night Football. I think either way, as long as I think either way, I'm gonna be live with that game. That's because I don't think that'll be a 1:00 kick. Dart gonna keep it himself right side on the read option, gonna get past midfield to the 49. Yeah, like at this point, like the 1:00 game for Week 18 is already in stone. That would be live with, as it's gonna be Dolphins Patriots. But all the other windows are in the are in the open right now. Yep. Dart quick throw right side, going to be caught. Breaks off one tackle, past the 45 and down to about the 42. That's Isaiah Hodgins on the reception. Because like I feel like y'all's game against Seattle is either going to be Sunday night or it's going to be Saturday night. I don't really see a spot where it goes elsewhere. I mean, again, if maybe just because of like how much is on the line for that game, but we'll see. The NFL has made weirder decisions. Dart play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Stepping up and going to take it himself for the first. A gain of 2 exactly. Gets to the 30. Was it the 35-ish yard line? The 40-yard line? Going to be a 1st and 10 with under 7.5 to play in the first half. You know, surprisingly enough, the Giants are moving the ball decently well. I need Saquon Barkley to get like 4 touchdowns today for fantasy. Dart in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has time, pass deep, right side, can be caught wide open, inside the 20 to the 18. It's Darius Slayton on the reception. And the Giants are back in the red zone. Wide open along that right side. Not the greatest of throws, but it's on the money nonetheless. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I'm thinking right now that Saturday is going to be Buccaneers, Panthers, and Steelers, Ravens. And then Sunday night would be Seahawks, 49ers. Dart quick pass left side can be caught by Wan'Dale Robinson and going to be a gain of about 6. I think also that's assuming the 49ers win tonight. All right, dart and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 2nd and 4 from the 12. Dart looking to throw. Now going to take it himself. A first down inside the 5, and Jackson Dart is in. Touchdown, New York. They extend this lead with a 12-yard touchdown run from Jackson Dart. His mobility has been on full display the entire year, and there's just another example of it. They faked the screen to the right, and it's a designed run up the middle, and the Raiders gave him way too much space. All the bear traps are set. It better be. For that defense, with how that defense played against the Colts last week, the bear traps better be set. All right, the extra point is up, and it is good. 11-point Giant lead. I forget, who is the Giants kicker right now? They've had like 4 different kickers this year, right? Ben Sauls. Who are you? Undrafted out of Pitt. Okay. Alright. Good on him. Is that Brad commercial break? Add commercial break. Yeah, it's all that commercial break. Should be coming out of it soon. And a game full of inactive. Yeah, the Giants have so many players on IR. God damn. 1, 2, 3, 7 players on IR just offensively. $16 players on IR this season for the Giants. Damn. I mean, yeah, that definitely helps explaining how they're where they're at right now. All right, just coming back from commercial break, the Giants are set to send this one away. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, Dallas Goedert got a touchdown there. So it was a 7-0 Philly lead at the end of the first. Hey, there's Cam Scadaboo on the sideline. I cannot wait for him to return to action next year. He was great to watch when he was great to watch earlier. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders will be getting from their own 35. And yeah, there's them showing the Hurts touchdown pass. I benched Jalen Hurts this week in fantasy for Matthew Stafford. I picked up Stafford last minute, hoping just get some type of luck there. We'll see. I still need Saquon Barkley to have a big game. Geno Smith under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. 5:56 to play in the first half. Smith end around right side, gonna be blown up by Abdul Carter. Looking for Trey Tucker, trying to get Trey Tucker going on the end around. And it is blown up for a loss of 12. Not even a chance that play was going to work. Abdul Carter read it like a book. It was ruling it a loss of 10. So it's 2nd and 20 from their own 25. Geno Smith in shotgun, looking to throw. Quick pass left side. Gonna get inside past the 30 down to about the 32. All right. Liam Cohen becomes the first head coach in NFL history to win 12 plus games after taking over a team that won 4 or fewer the prior season. I mean, the Jaguars last year were not a 4-win team. They ended that way, but they dealt with so many injuries last year. It also blew a ton of games. Smith in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right, looking to throw. Has time. Stepping up, pass right side, gonna be wide open past midfield and down to the 48 for Trey Tucker on the reception. There is a penalty marker down with 4.5 to play in the first half. It is holding on the Raiders. So push them back 10 more. It's a third. It's a 3rd and 2nd and long. Like a 2nd and 30 now for the Raiders. All right, 3rd and 23. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right. Looking to throw. Quick pass right side, can be caught with space, up past the 30 and out of bounds near the 32. Jedrick Jackson on the reception. There we go. That's good. Best you can get. 4th and 14, and the Raiders will punt. All right, 4th and 14. Punt comes off clean, going to be out of bounds near the 15. So the Giants will start from there. 3:23 to play in the first half. Oh, something's going on. What? Something's going on along the Giants bench here. Somehow a Raider ends up completely on the Giants bench. How in the world did he get there? What? Oh yeah, he got blocked into the Gatorade, and they just kept going along the sideline. Oh, that's a punch throw. What the? How was there no? Yeah, there's no way the refs were gonna look near the stick. The gunner gets blocked into the stands basically on the Giants bench, and we're gonna go to a commercial break. He got blocked like 15 yards out of bounds, and they were still pushing and shoving as if they were blocking. God damn. Yep, at commercial break. 3:23 to play in the first half. All right. At commercial break. Meanwhile, in the Eagles Bills, it's Bills ball. Just under 13 minutes to play in the first half there. Yep, at commercial break. With the rain in Buffalo right now, I was kind of expecting the ground game to be more of a factor in that one, but no. I mean, it kind of has. Saquon Barkley's doing. James Cook has at least had nearly 5 fantasy points, but James Cook has done nothing. I mean, Saquon Barkley has done nothing. All right, just getting back from commercial break. First and 10 for the Giants. 3:23 to play in the first half. Ball on about their own 15. And yeah, with this scrum going along on the sideline, I'm shocked there's no penalties there. Dart gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be a gain of about 4. I believe that's Tyrone Tracy. Yeah, Tyrone Tracy on the carry. About 3 minutes of play in the first half. The Giants have all 3 timeouts as well. A chance to extend this lead before the half. Dart alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Dart looking to throw. Pass over the middle. Caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. That'll be enough for the first as he gets to about the 27. I'd say to the 28. Okay. So first and 10. Clock continuing to roll. 1 more play at minimum needed before the 2-minute warning. Dart in shotgun, back to his left. Play action looking to throw. Dart with some time, pass left side, wide open Robinson. Past the 45, past the 40, fighting his way to the 36. It's a 35-yard pickup for the Giants, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning, with the Giants in Raider territory looking to extend this lead before the half. Wan'Dale Robinson having an incredible first half of action. And we're heading to a commercial break. So with that, I will quickly be right back. All right. I am back. 2-minute warning, commercial break still going on. 30 Giants ball on their own 30. Giants ball on the Raider 35. 2 minutes to play in the first half. No, Jalen Phillips got shaken up there for the Eagles just now. All right, at commercial break. At commercial break still. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Why is Jamal Adams yelling at the Giants coach on their sideline, though? And then Jameis Winston gets involved. What is this game? How have we had two separate altercations on the Giants sideline in the span of 5 minutes? And why is one of them featuring Jamal Adams? And Jameis wins. What? Darden shotgun back to his right. 1st and 10, gonna hand this off up the middle. And that's gonna be a gain of about 3. Tyrone Tracy on the carry. Yeah, this game's already out of whack, and I'm loving it. All right, Darden shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. 1.5 minutes to play in the first half. Dart handoff left side for Tracy, and he's gonna fight his way for about a yard, maybe 2. And the Raiders will start calling timeouts. Yeah, the Raiders will call a timeout. Ravens aren't playing right now. Ravens played last night. But I'm kind of pulling for the Giants. Yep, gonna head to a commercial break due to injury timeout. As it was Adam Butler who was slow to get up after that. Alright. Actually, no commercial break. They're gonna. I can let this ride. All right. All right. Adam Butler's under his own power, slowly walking off the field. That's good to see. So 3rd and 5. Dart in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Ball on the Raider 30.5 yard line, just about. Tight end motion into the backfield, 2 darts right. Now I'm being moved back towards the line of scrimmage. Dart looking to throw. Has some time, dump off left side, going to be caught, and that's going to be not enough for the first. No, they're going to give him the first. Devin Singletary somehow got the first down there. I thought he was marked short. Got to the 25. That's not a good camera angle to see. All right, 59 seconds to play in the first half, and they're going to review the spot of this, I'm assuming. Yep, it is under review. They're going to take another look at the spot of the ball here. It's close. It is very close. So 1st and 10, as it stands, they're going to review this. And we're going to head to a commercial break as they're reviewing the spot of the ball. Initially, Devin Singletary was ruled to have gotten the first down to the 25. They're going to make sure that that's the case. It looks like he might have been short. If he is, it'll be a 4th and inches. But we will see. There's 59 seconds-ish to play in the first half. And the Raiders get ball to begin the second half. And we're at commercial break. At commercial break. Yeah, they're showing the playoff graphics in the NFC over in that Bills-Eagles game. The NFC is going to be fun this year in the playoffs. I have no idea what the AFC is going to look like. All right, just getting back from commercial break. We'll see what the ruling on the field is after they reviewed the spot of the ball. That was a good throw from Ertz. It's the Bills lose and the Patriots win the division, right? That's the idea right now. And the ruling's going to be overturned. Devin Singletary is short of the first. It'll be 4th and inches. It will be 4th and inches. Of course, Barkley gets banged up. So what did the Giants decide to do here? It's the 4th and inches. The offense is currently on the field for the Giants. They are 10 for 12 on 4th and short this season. A minute 4 to play, and now the clock continues to roll. So Dart under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. And they get movement up front. Is it enough? The Giants go hard count, and it works. They get the Raiders to jump, but was it enough? It is a neutral zone infraction against the Raiders. Gonna make it 1st and 10 for the Giants from about the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10. .48 seconds to play in the half. The Giants looking to extend this lead even more. Dart in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Dart looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass deep, left side, going to be overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Tyrone Tracy on the halfback wheel. Going to be 2nd and 10. Why is this week of all the weeks that the Bills run defense wants to actually be functional? Right, Dart alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Dart looking to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by Robinson. Breaks off 1 tackle, gets inside the 15, and dives forward. Should be enough for a first to about the 10, maybe the 9. So it'll be 1st and goal, and the Giants have timeouts. Or are they going to call one here? But Wan'Dale Robinson been having an incredible first half of action. And yes, the Giants will call their first time out. Wan'Dale Robinson, 10 targets, 9 receptions, and 90 yards in the first half. He's been playing really well. So first and goal, 32 seconds to play in the half. Dart and shotgun back to his left. Bobbles the snap, looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Isaiah Hodgins. So second and goal coming up. Bobble the snap, threw off the rhythm a little bit there. So a second and goal coming up. Second and goal, Dart and shotgun. 28 seconds to play in the half. Back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Dart looking to throw. Pressure coming, rolling to his left, buying time. Still looking, pass back over the middle in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Darius Slayton could not come down with it. Now a third and goal coming up with 20 seconds to play in the half. Yeah, it's just a little bit high. Darius Slayton didn't really time his jump that well. Those just mainly just good defensive plays by the Raiders. Yeah, it was fun. Quinn Ewers looked good. He looked better than he did last week, and that's great sign considering he looked good last week. Dart quick pass right side going to be brought down well behind the line for a loss of about four or five or so. That's Tyrone Tracy on the reception. The Giants going to let this clock run down before taking their second timeout. There's their second timeout being called. Yeah, Quinn Ewers looked really well. He played well in that game. Made some really nice throws. Both of his touchdown passes were nice. And you can tell he was in more control of the game in this one than he was last week. Like I'm excited. Hey, he has next week against New England. If he plays well in that one, also, I would not be opposed to him being the starter going forward. Like him being the starter next year, I would not be opposed. And I'm still in the mindset of I don't want Miami to be drafting the quarterback next year. I don't think we have a team that really would benefit from that. We're close to it, but I don't think we're there just yet. Wait, was okay? I don't think I've heard a broadcast fully. Yeah, is it the Giants do have a lefty kicker. It's been a while since we've seen a lefty kicker. The 32-yard kick from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. The Giants have a 14-point lead at the half. The Raiders get ball to begin the second half. Go, and there we go. With the last lefty kicker, what was the last lefty kicker? Sebastian Janikowski, or was it one before, or one like in between? I don't remember that part of it. Yeah, the NFC South comes down to week 18. The AFC North comes down to week 18. You just depending on the outcome of tonight's game, the NFC West might come down to Week 18. Actually, Week 18 is going to decide the division one way or another for the NFC West, because it's either the 49ers get eliminated from divisional contention tonight with a loss, or the Rams hang on that much longer. We'll see. Tonight should be a good game. Which is why I'm kind of happy I decided to say screw it and go live with this one, so that way you get out of it a little bit sooner than the 425 kick and can have a bit more time to get ready for Bears and 49ers. Yep, at commercial break. We're at halftime. God damn it. Miami's really about to end the season 8-9, and things are going to stand pat, aren't they? Yeah, I feel the same way. This game's going to be a great tell for both sides. Like, the 49ers defense, I'm a little bit worried about after how they played against the Colts last week. The Bears, I'm a bit worried about their offense going against seemingly other solid defenses. Yeah, and the fact there's no weather is going to be great also. Like that's gonna help out massively, and kind of like figuring out these teams as we enter the playoffs. Yep, at the half. The Bills' first 3 drives of this game have been punt, fumble, punt. Did they just fumble again? They're ruling that a James Cook fumble. Of course. No, he's down. I need James Cook to do something. Yeah, James Cook's down there. All right. Cool. 8 minutes remain in halftime, just about. Yep, at halftime. Hey, here we go, showing the highlights from the Dolphin game. Yeah, Quinn Ewers ended the day 14 for 22, 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad game. Because that's the Bills' way. The Bills have been doing that for since the dawn of time. Basically, they've been doing that. But what Philly has been able to do is they've been able to maintain James Cook. And when you do that, the Bills are when you do that, and you have the secondary that the Eagles have, the Bills are not really a threat. When you have Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship and Quinyon Mitchell and these guys in the secondary that can go one-on-one with any single receiver that the Bills have, you can put seven guys in the box and put full effort in stopping James Cook. And that's the formula against Buffalo. And that's why their team construction has not worked in the playoffs. Because in the playoffs, you're going against defenses that can do that consistently. Yeah, because it's when James Cook can't get into a rhythm, the offense of Buffalo slows down drastically. Obviously, they can still have success. Josh Allen is Josh Allen at the end of the day. But your chances of beating Buffalo go up significantly if you take James Cook out of the equation. Yeah, because Josh Allen can be a miracle worker, but that can only work so many times until eventually the miracles go your way. Like I have it on in the background, I'm like somewhat paying attention to it because I have fantasy players in that game. But for the most part, like it's been Giants Raiders, and it's been a fine game. They've got about 4.5 minutes until the start of the second half. At commercial, or yeah, just going to a commercial break as we await the start of the second half. Yeah. Nice to see Champ Kelly getting involved over there. There's that part of me that's a little bit worried in Miami because of the chance that Champ Kelly is just gets promoted from interim GM to proper GM. I don't think they're gonna do that. I doubt they will, but there is that chance. And Miami has done stupid things in the past, so who knows? All right, under 3 minutes to go in halftime. Oh yeah, the Winter Classic. What is that? That's upcoming weekend? Yeah, it's this upcoming Friday. That's gonna be a fun one. Panthers versus Rangers. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Halftime is over. Start of the second half underway here soon. The Raiders get ball to begin the second half. We get to see if we'll see if they have a comeback in store for them, or if they'll be the ones sitting alone for the first overall pick as we enter week 18. Again, if the Raiders do complete a comeback and the Giants end up losing, the Giants will be guaranteed the first overall pick. But a Raiders loss means it's still up in the air for the final week. The second half going to be starting soon. Second half underway here soon. I'm just now seeing a clip from Patriots Jets. My, what a throw towards the sideline. What a throwaway there. All right, second half kickoff underway here. Shoot. At commercial. Yeah, add another commercial break. CBS is nailing it with these right now. All right, here we go. Coming just back from commercial break. How you doing, Kevin Harlan and Trent Green? Second half kickoff underway here soon. Raiders get ball to begin the second half. Giants up by 14, playing really solid football in this one. All kicked off thanks to an interception by Bobby Okereke that was returned 46 yards, led to a Devin Singletary 1-yard touchdown run. And from there, the Giants have just been in firm control of this one. Well, of course, James Cook is going to the medical tent. I'm going to get cooked in fantasy. Again, the second half has begun from Las Vegas. Returned up past the 20 and down to the 25. The Raiders will start from there. So out comes Geno Smith. And this Raider offense looking to do anything offensively. They've been having a rough one today. We'll see. We'll see how they decide to change that. All right, and on the kickoff, there is a Giant that's slow to get up. There is Javon Holland, who is slow to get up. And we're going to go to a commercial break for an injury timeout. At commercial break. At commercial break due to injury timeout. at commercial break. As the Bills are on the verge of getting shut out in the first half at home for the first time since 2023. It's Eagles ball inside the red zone, 23 seconds to play in the half. Buffalo. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. I got no faith in them. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Javon Hollins heading to the medical tent, as now the second half can be begun. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his right. First play of the second half, going to be play action and pass right side for Michael Mayer. Base pass to 30, 35, and out of bounds to about the 37. Gain of 13 to begin the first half. Not bad. The Raiders had 5 rushing yards in the first half. Hell yeah. Geno Smith under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. First and 10, going to hand this off up the middle. There's a penalty marker down, as that's going to be a gain of maybe a yard. Is Ashton Jeanty on the carry? The penalty is probably going to be an illegal shift against the Raiders. Yep, it's an illegal shift against the Raiders. So push them back 5. First and 15 coming up. Calling it against Trey Tucker. He was never fully fully in motion during that snap, never fully said. So Geno Smith under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. Tight end in motion, left to right, back to left, as Geno's going to hand this off up the middle, and that's a gain of about 2. It's Zamir White on the carry. So a second and 13 coming up. So Geno Smith looking to throw in second and 13. Pass left side, going to be at the feet of Trey Tucker and incomplete. Third and 13 coming up. And now there's a penalty marker down as well. It's an eligible man downfield against the Raiders. That will be declined. So a third and 13 coming up. Calling it against Stone Forsythe? Yo, what a name. Smith in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. Third and 13, looking to throw. Might be a free play here for the Raiders, as Geno Smith is sacked. But there's a penalty. It'll be offsides against the Giants. So it was a 3rd and 8 coming up. Yeah, calling it against Abdul Carter for the offsides. Who, Stone Forsythe? Yeah. Well, it's that's up there for great NFL names. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 8. Geno Smith looking to throw. Pressure coming and sacked either way at the 25. It's Brian Burns on the sack. And the Raiders go 3 and out to begin the drive. Or begin the half. Either way, it's a 3 and out. Beautiful pass stunt. Untouched into the backfield. As the punt comes off clean, going to be returned beginning from the 11. Out past the 20 and a big hit at the 22. He'll be brought down there. Because the Raiders are just that bad. I feel like this is one of those games where even if the Giants actively tried to lose, they would still win. The Raiders are that bad of a team. Like, it's been something. The Raiders' offensive line is abysmal. No, I don't think Gentry's gonna request a trade this soon into his career. And even if he did, the Raiders are not gonna buy it, not gonna acknowledge it. A second-year player requesting a trade has no power in that trade request. It would not matter. Yep, we're at commercial break, awaiting the Giants' first drive of the half. Yep, at commercial. They're just coming out of commercial break. Yep, just coming back from commercial break. 1st and 10 from their own 23 for the Giants. All right. Jackson Dart alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw. Raiders send 3. Pass over the middle is wide open and gets past the 35 to the 37. It's Darius Slayton on the reception. And so followed up with a quick pass to Wan'Dale Robinson that's incomplete, so 2nd and 10 coming up. So 2nd and 10. Dart in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 38, looking to throw once again. Dart pass right side, can be caught and going to be near the 1st. And it's Wan'Dale Robinson on the reception. He crossed over 100 yards on the day already. And it'll be 3rd and 1, marking him just short. So 3rd and 1. Dart and shotgun back to his right. Gonna keep it himself right side on the read option and has space. Pass to 45 and out of bounds at the 43. Jackson Dart. A gain of 10 and the Giants are moving with these. So Dart toss left side for Tyrone Tracy up past the 40, 35, 30. Still fighting room past the 25 and down to the 20 for Tyrone Tracy. A gain of 23 and it's 1st and 10 for the Giants at the Raider 20. Looking to extend this lead and kind of feels like put this one away if they can find the end zone once more. So Dart pressure coming, gonna shovel this one forward and it's incomplete. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh yeah, the Revs missed the face mask there against the Raiders. Oh, after review is a sack. Jackson Dart is sacked for a loss of 5. A 2nd and 15 coming up after video review. It's Malcolm Kuntz on the sack. I think I heard Kevin Harlan just say Kuntz. Either way, 2nd and 15. Second and 14. More so 2nd and 15. Dart and shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on their own 25. Dart looking to throw. Raiders send 4. With time, gonna step up and roll left. Taking it himself. Past the 15 to 10 and out of bounds at the 8. Jackson Dart, a gain of 17. And it's 1st and goal Giants. With 9:10 to play in the 3rd. Yeah. And that's not happening. Darden shotgun back to his right, gonna hand this off up the middle for Tyrone Tracy, and that's a gain of about 2. I'm fine with the Giants having a long sustained drive. So 2nd and goal. Darden shotgun back behind him, tight end in the backfield to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Devin Singletary, who gets a gain of about a yard. There was a ton of matchups early in the season where we were like, oh, we could see this in the playoffs again. We could see this in the Super Bowl, and those are just not happening anymore. Yeah, the Bills, I mean, the Bills look like frauds once every 4 weeks, it feels. Darden shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and goal. Dart looking to throw, pressure coming, pass left side, gonna be out the back of the end zone and incomplete. So the Raiders defense bends but doesn't break. The Giants will settle for a field goal with 7:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. Good. To a 23-yard kick. The ball is centered. It is up. It is good. No, Myles Garrett did not break the record this week. He'll have to do it next week against Cincy. So it's possible. He can still very easily get it against Cincy next week. But it's going to be tough. Yeah, like the Steelers were very honed in on making sure he did not get a sack and he did not take over the game, and in turn it kind of cost them in that one. Yeah, we're at commercial break. 7:17 to play in the third quarter. Yeah, if he ends it, no, it would. It's like the if he whips it, because in the game against Buffalo this past week, he had a chance to get the sack, but his teammate Mason Graham tagged down Josh Allen instead, so he got the credit for the sack and not Myles Garrett. And that might be the difference in the record, which would be crazy. But no, I think he gets it next week. He's playing Cincy. He should be able to get it next week. But knowing the Browns, he's gonna get half a sack next week and tie their record, and then something else is gonna happen. Yeah. No, that Mason Graham tag down was a full sack for Mason Graham. He got a half a sack later in that game. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Giants said to send this one away. Yeah. Right, kickoff underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders will begin from the 35. 7:17 to play in the third. What you got, Vegas? Now, if the Raiders have another just laughably bad play, I'm going to start calling them Oakland for the rest of this game. I do not care. Max Crosby and Brock Bowers both made the Pro Bowl. Both are not playing in this game. All right, Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming, dump off right side, caught by Trey Tucker. Gonna have space past the 40 and down to about the 42. All right, it's a gain of 7, not bad. Good way to start the drive. Yeah, no one's surprised by the fact that the Raiders are bad. Geno Smith under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle. That's Ashton Jeanty past midfield. Still fighting past the 45 and down to the 44. I wouldn't go that far. It would be a close game, but I do still think the Raiders, especially a healthy Raiders, would definitely be able to beat a college team. Like a healthy Raiders would be able to handle a college team just fine. Geno Smith under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Geno Smith trips and gets a handoff still. Left side for Ashton Jeanty, gonna get about 5. Yeah, Geno Smith he's something, man. He's one of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now. But again, by losing this game, they're setting themselves up to bring in a really good quarterback. Like, we could see the Raiders take a massive jump next year just by putting Fernando Mendoza in this lineup. Obviously, they need to massively improve the offensive line. But we could see them take a massive leap. Smith handoff up the middle for Ashton Jeanty, gonna get about a yard, so a 3rd and about 5 or so coming up. Gonna hand this off to Jeanty once again up the middle, and this time gonna lose about 2. Bruh. I mean, he's that much better than Geno Smith, yeah. No, Kenny Pickett had like 40 passing yards in his one game he played. He also struggled, but it was against Philly, so grain of salt. Smith passed over the middle, wide open for the first and more. Down to about the 20 is Michael Mayer on 4th and 6. All right, the Raiders are finally have a solidly gain in play there. Like Geno Smith had his very short career revival in Seattle, but after that, like it's just he's back to being Geno Smith. Yeah, like, all you need is like slightly above average QB play with some of the weapons that they have, and you're gonna be fine. And Mendoza can give you slightly above average NFL QB play. Geno Smith under center, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass over the middle is high and incomplete. Looking for Dante Thornton. Going to be a 2nd and 10 instead. That was into double coverage. All right. Geno Smith under center, going to hand this off up the middle. And that's going to be a loss of about a yard. Not surprised. So 3rd and 11. 3:25 to play in the 3rd. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Shifting the back to his left. Play clock winding down to get the snap off in time. Smith looking to throw, pass over the middle. Caught inside the 15 and down to about the 14 is Michael Mayer on the reception once again, but not enough for the first. It is a 4th and 2, and I imagine the Raiders will go for it. Because they went for a 4th and 6 earlier, that was in field goal range. You don't give up one here. So Smith in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. 4th and 3. Gino looking to throw. Pressure comes quick. Rolling right. Still looking. Pass right side. Going to be caught for the first. Inside the 10 and down to the 6. It's Dante Thornton Jr. And the Raiders have first and goal from the Giant 6-yard line. So first and goal. And it's a 12 men on the field penalty against the Giants. It'll now be first and goal from the 3 for the Raiders. Hey, Northern Colorado beat Colorado today in college basketball for the first time since 1936. What? Geno Smith, handoff right side for Ashton Jeanty. Gonna lose about 2. Cool. I'm going against Jeanty in fantasy this week. I need Jeanty to have a mediocre day. Because James Cook and Saquon Barkley are doing nothing. Come on. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his right. Play action, looking to throw. Stepping up, going to look to take it himself, and going to get about a yard. Third and goal coming up. They get down to goal to go, where then everything just collapses. So third and goal. Geno Smith looking to throw. Pass left side is batted away and incomplete. Fourth and goal coming up. Deontay Banks. Deontay Banks on the pass breakup. Abdul Carter into the backfield as well. It's a fourth and goal from the 4 coming up. And the offense is staying on the field with 36 seconds to play in the half, in the quarter. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Fourth and goal from the 4. Geno looking to throw. Pressure coming. Stepping up. Pass. End zone. Touchdown Las Vegas. It's Tyler Lockett in the back of the end zone. And finally, the Raiders find the end zone with 31 seconds to play in the quarter. They make this a potential 10-point Giant lead. All right, Tyler. The extra point is up, and it is good. It's a 10-point lead for the Giants. They get the ball back with 31 seconds to play in the third. And we're going to head to a commercial break first. All right, solid drive there from the Raiders. Can they keep it up? They would trade back the pick. Is at least what they should do. Because they would be able to get so much in value from the Jets. Like, the only correct answer there is trading the pick back. But it's the Giants, so who knows what they'll actually do. It would be you would trade back the pick for 3 first and maybe Brees Hall, but probably not. Probably like 3 first and probably 3 first, a fourth, and then yeah, probably also maybe Brees Hall. It would be two. It would be a first this year, 2 first next year, and then yeah, like either Brees Hall or like a combination of later round picks. But like the Giants would be set. But knowing them, they'll draft like Jeremiah Love first overall, and everyone would laugh. All right, just getting back from commercial break. After the touchdown pass from Geno Smith, we'll see how the Giants respond. Down up by 10. As the kickoff is underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Face out past the 20, past the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Deonte Banks. Touchdown, Giants. A kickoff return touchdown for Deonte Banks. And that's how the Giants respond. Go back to Oakland. Just go back to Oakland. It's a 94-yard kick return touchdown for Deonte Banks. He is untouched. No one is within 5 yards of him. How? Now there's a penalty down, but it's gonna be taunting against the Giants as he took his helmet off after scoring there. It's an after the play penalty. Do it. Do it. Clip that moment, and if that happens, send it to me so I can send it to my friend who's a Giants fan. Arrest this team for crimes against football. Yeah. Go back to Oakland. Just go back to Oakland. Yeah, sportsmanlike conduct, unsportsmanlike conduct, excessive celebration against the Giants. That'll be enforced on the extra point. The touchdown still stands. So it's a 95-yard kick return touchdown. Yeah, Abdul Carter's on the field. Everyone's on the field. Yeah, no, that's clear excessive celebration. But the Giants have not had anything to celebrate this season, so let them have it. All right. Now a 48-yard extra point try for the Giants. Kick is up. And it is good. 17-point lead. With 18 seconds to play in the third. Just insane. Just insane. A 95-yard kick return touchdown. And any momentum that the Raiders had just got ripped away from them. That's the first career kick return touchdown for Deonte Banks. And now, how do the Raiders respond to that? Are we gonna see themselves have a kick return touchdown? Honestly, watch the Raiders fumble on this and the Giants return it. Watch a scoop and score happen. Kickoff underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin this drive from the 35. Okay. Yeah. Just rolled over and dies. Definitely the way. What else can the Raiders do? You just had any type of momentum, just completely drained. It wasn't a lot of momentum, but it was something. Geno Smith under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming. Dump off left side for Trey Tucker. Gonna get past the 40 and down to about the 45. Will be enough for a first. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. The first overall pick on the line. And seemingly the Raiders will have control of it entering week 18. But they're down by 17 with 15 minutes to go. Yep, at commercial break. I wonder how many commercial breaks CBS is going to be using the rest of this game. Yep, at commercial break. At commercial break. It's 13-0 between the Eagles and Bills right now. I actually am kind of glad I'm not live with that game. That seems like it's good football, but man, it seems like it's a snore fest. At least there's like stuff to laugh about here. Yep, at commercial break, still waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. At commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Gonna look to throw. Pressure coming, and Geno Smith is sacked. Back at the 35 is Darius Alexander, the rookie out of Toledo with a sack. Someone I wanted Miami to get. He was a 3rd-round draft pick for the Giants. Been having a pretty solid season. That's his third and a half sack of the season. Okay, I can always go back to it if I need to. Geno Smith gonna hand this off up the middle for Ashton Jeanty. And that's going to be a gain of about 4 or 5. Hey, Darius Alexander on the tackle again. All right, Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 13. Smith looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass left side, going to be caught by Michael Mayer. Fights off some defenders, going to be brought down at the plus 45. And they're going to give him enough for the first on top of it. It's a gain of 13 exactly for Michael Mayer, and the Raiders are now into Giant territory at the 45. Geno Smith, quick pass right side back to Mayer, who's going to get about 3 or 4. Third. Second and 6. Geno Smith in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Has some time, pass deep, right side is incomplete. Looking for Jedrick Jackson, and not going to be a 3rd and 6. Yeah, I saw that. It's weird. Philip Rivers most likely has just played his final NFL game. I doubt they start him next week with the season being over. For them. It was nice to see him play these past 3 weeks, but man, it's weird. It's weird that it's like a second retirement that's coming for Philip Rivers when he was just like he was pretty much ready to be inducted into their Charger Hall of Fame. Geno Smith passed over the middle, is intercepted, and being returned past midfield, past the 45 and down to about the 42. And the time is dwindling on the Oakland Raiders' chances at coming back in this game. Geno Smith is slow to get up as well. But that's the 17th interception of the season for Geno Smith. There is a penalty down. Most likely going to be a blindside block against the Giants. Personal foul during the return is a blindside block against the Giants. No, he probably wants one more game, but in the Colts, the better interest of the Colts would be to give Riley Leonard 1 week of action just to see how he can play. Because like the season's over. Philip Rivers is 45. No, it's not a record. The record for interceptions in the season is like 33. It is up there. So we had to do a commercial break. Like if Philip Rivers is like 45, I'm sure he's happy he played 3 more games and got this last ride, but he's done. Yep, so with the interception followed up by the blindside block, it's going to be Giants ball on. Where is it going to be? Can't get a yard mark of where their ball is, where the Giants gonna have the ball at from that here. It'll be Giants ball on their own 25. There we go. Look up Jameis Winston's 2019 season. Jameis Winston's 2019 season is incredible. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. They have also gone 16 games without an interception forced. The Jets are bad. They're real bad. They hired a defensive head coach. They can't coach a defense, it seems. They couldn't even pick off Josh Dobbs. Oh, their defense probably couldn't even pick off 2019 Jameis Winston. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Giants ball at their own 25. 12:29 to play in the game. All right, Geno Smith is going straight to the locker room. I'm going to assume his day is done. And it'll be Kenny Pickett the rest of the way just because of like the score, the amount of time left. Dart and shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on their own 25. Dart making some adjustments at the line. Going to look to throw. Raiders send 3. Pass over the middle is caught. Up past the 30 is Wan'Dale Robinson down to the 32. Yeah. But again, this game has had its entertaining moments though. Because like you had the Deontay Banks kick return touchdown. You had Geno Smith throwing 2 interceptions. You have Jackson Dart playing like decently well. He's made a few good plays in this one. Dart and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Second and roughly 3. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be about a yard or so for Devin Singletary. Like this is a game where like you go into it expecting it to be bad. And the fact that some offenses and the fact that the offenses have done something throughout the game makes it impressive. You expect the Eagles Bills to be a really good game. And yeah, like the Bills offense has done nothing today. So it's kind of a disappointing one. Dart and shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 2. Dart looking to throw. Pressure coming, trying to step up. Pass left side, wide open with space. Past the 45, past the 50, and down to the Raider 48. It's Gunnar Osletsky. It's Gunnar Osletsky? I know how to pronounce it, I'm just forgetting. Either way, it's a 1st and 10 from the 48 coming up. The Eagles shutting out the Bills would 100% be a surprise. But it's also like, of any team to be able to shut out the Bills, I would pick the Eagles to do it. Like, I'm not completely surprised, but I am at the same time. Dart handoff up the middle, gonna get past the 45, down to about the 44. It's Devin Singletary on the carry. Why am I seeing? What am I saying? This game's in Las Vegas. I should be so shocked I'm not seeing more Elvis Presley. Dart and shotgun back to his left, tight end in the backfield to his right, looking to throw. Has some time, dump off right side, can be caught with space, up past the 40 and down to right around there at the 40. It's Daniel Bellinger on the reception. 3rd and 2 coming up. .35 in counting to play in the game. Third and 2. Dart and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Also, it is downpouring in Buffalo right now. Dart toss right side. Singletary has space for the 1st down as he gets to the 36. First and 10, under 9 minutes to play in the game, 8:50 and counting to be exact. Dart under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side, as the focus is on killing clock for the Giants. Dart gonna hand this off left side, and there's space to the 35. Gain of about 1.5 yards. It's Tyrone Tracy on the carry. So 2nd and 9, Dart looking to throw, rolling left, slips, and gets this one away incomplete. The Allegiant Field turf has not been looking good tonight. 3rd and 9 coming up. Wait, what? All right, 39. So the Buccaneers beating the Panthers next week is gonna make it so the NFC South comes down to a tiebreaker. In theory, as it stands, the Buccaneers would win that tiebreaker. Not if the Falcons win out, apparently. Dart pass left side, going to be caught with space for 3rd and 9. Up past the 30, 25, and out of bounds to the 22 is Devin Singletary on the reception. Yeah, so apparently the Falcons winning out and getting to 7 and 9, and the Panthers would mean the Panthers could still lose and win the division because it would change the tiebreakers. It would change the tiebreakers in favor of Carolina. That right, they've just picked up 2 back-to-back penalties. Cool. All right, 1st and 10 from the Raider 23. Dart in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, 7.5 to play in the game. Shifting the back to his left. Dart going to hand this off to Singletary right side. He slips and gets a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. So 2nd and 9, clock continuing to roll. 6:45 to play in the game. Dart under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Dart gonna hand this off left side, and that's gonna be met at the line for no gain. As there's some pushing and shoving going on after the play. These 2 teams do not like each other, and I don't know why. There's a penalty down now as well. All right, 6:22 to play in the game. What is the penalty? After the play, a personal foul against the Raiders. Half the distance to the goal will be an automatic 1st down for the Giants. Yeah, pushing the lineman there late. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. First and 10. $6:15 and counted in this one. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. 10.5. Dart in shotgun, back behind him, tight end in the backfield to his right. We have hit the 6-minute remaining mark in this game. Dart handoff up the middle for Tyrone Tracy, gets inside the 10 as he fights his way to the 8. So a 2nd and roughly 7 coming up. Second and 7. Dart under center, back behind him. Handoff right side for Tyrone Tracy. Trying to find space, but gonna lose about half a yard instead. What a catch from Tyrell Shavers. All right, 1st and goal coming up for the Bills. That's a great catch from Shavers. Going up and mossing him. That's going to be on You Got Moss tomorrow night. All right, 3rd and 8. 4:40 in counting. Dart and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down to get the snap off in time as Dart looks to throw. Pass left side, going to be off the mark and incomplete. Pretty much a throwaway there. There is now a penalty down as well. There's 4.5 to play in the game. What's the penalty? Is this roughing the passer? Is this roughing the passer? No shot that's roughing the passer. Fouls by both teams. A personal foul roughing the passer on the Raiders, which is kind of bullshit. And then, what was the other one? Intentional grounding against Jackson Dart's the other. So penalties will offset. Replay 3rd down. Yeah. So 3rd and 8 once again. Dart in shotgun. A back to his left, tight end in the backfield to his right. 3rd and 8 from the 9-yard line. Dart looking to throw. Rolling right, passing right, going to be caught and brought down at about the 2. So short of the first, it's Daniel Bellinger on the reception. It'll be a 4th and about 1. And the Giants can let this clock run till about 3:45 to play in the game before having to do anything. And they're going to keep the offense on the field for the time being. Oh my God, Josh Allen was held short on 4th and goal. Dart under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. 4th and 1. To get the snap off, play action looking to throw. Dart rolling left. Trying for the corner. Dart is in. Touchdown Giants. They extend this lead some more. Now sitting at a 23-point lead, pending the extra point. And with that, The icing on the first overall pick cake is going to be delivered, and the Raiders will be able to eat it up after the game's over. The Raiders are setting themselves up to get their franchise quarterback in the offseason and enter this new era of Raider football. It's been a long time coming for the Raiders to have a new era of football, because they had Derek Carr for a long time. Then after Derek Carr, they've been in this weird gray area, or a silver area of the team. Now that a new quarterback's coming in, the future in Las Vegas looking a bit brighter. The extra points up and good. We head to a commercial break. Mercy rule. The NFL should, but I mean, there's not really a way to do a mercy rule. I mean, what the way college does it is, if the game is too out of hand at halftime, the teams can agree to do 10-minute quarters the rest of the day. But you can't really do that in the NFL. It would be Mendoza. But yeah. I mean, there's worse places to go to than the Raiders. Like, so I think Mendoza's going to be going to it, because again, the Raiders have talent on that roster. They just don't have an offensive line, really, or a quarterback. Now that you know you can have a quarterback because you have the first overall pick, you can put all your efforts into the offensive line during the offseason. So if they can just improve the offensive line, you bring in Mendoza and you're feeling fine. Meanwhile, with the third overall pick, whoever goes to the New York Jets, most likely Dante Moore, they're going to be in hell. It could in theory, but at the same time, like, you have commercials, you need to go to commercial breaks, you need to be stopping the clock because of that. You can't really have a constantly running clock. Maybe like now that we're under 5 minutes in the fourth, you could, but not really. Because like, even like the college mercy thing, that's really only for non-televised games. A televised game is playing the full 60 no matter what. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. That was it last year. Last year, week 17. Nearly a year ago from tomorrow, the Giants beat the Colts in week 17 to lose the top pick. A year later, the Giants have beat the Raiders to lose the top pick. But either way, I think the Giants are still fine. Like, they still got their guy in Jackson Dart. They could still trade this pick back, but now you're in a spot where you can just get the top available player and not feel guilty about not getting draft capital out of the pick. Weirdly enough, the Giants are in probably a better spot than if they won either this game, than if they lost this game or the game against the Colts last year. Yeah, kickoff is down out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Will begin from the 35. Yeah, the Giants don't need number 1 overall. They have talent. Like this is the team that is not 2-13 bad or 3-13 bad. Malik Neighbors went down early in the season. Their offensive line has been banged up this year. Cam Scatterboo got hurt. They have a roster that is better than their record. Same with the Raiders, as Ashton Jeanty just goes for about 30. Ashton Jeanty goes for 24 past midfield to the Giant 41. Like, both of these teams have rosters on paper that are better than what's in front, that better than what the play on the field is showing. So like, both teams' futures are pretty bright. No, obviously the Raiders are in a tougher spot because of being in the AFC West, but still. Also, Kenny Pickett's in the game now for the Raiders. He hands this off to Jeanty up the middle for a loss of about a yard. Yeah. They need the offense. Like, Raiders desperately need offensive line help. And the Giants need to just be healthy. They need depth. The Giants need quality depth. Pickett in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass right side, going to be caught past the 40 and out of bounds to about the 38. Is Dante Thornton on the reception? The bottom for like, well, that's not gonna happen. Like, again, the Raiders can have a quick turnaround if they just target the right areas in free agency, and they don't and they pick the right guy at quarterback. Now that's obviously like an up in the air thing. It's most likely gonna be them picking Mendoza, so you need to hope that Mendoza pans out. But like they have a roster that's capable enough to compete. The issue is they're in the AFC West. Pickett rolling right, gonna get out of bounds for about a yard. That'll be the 2-minute warning. That as well. Pete Carroll needs to go. Pete Carroll, I know this was his first year in Vegas. He needs to go. He cannot be the coach for this next stage of Raider football. Because even though you're getting talent in and you're still ideally going to be better next year, you're still in the early stages of a rebuild at the end of the day. Pete Carroll is not a coach that can lead you through a rebuild. He's just too old. But knowing the Raiders, I mean, they're still paying what? They're still paying who? They're still paying John Gruden. They're still playing Josh McDaniels, and they're not gonna fire Pete Carroll. Didn't have to pay him and a 4th head coach. Like they've kind of put themselves in a bad spot, coaching wise. But like talent and roster construction wise, there are definitely a lot of teams that are worse. As we're at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. It's still 13-0 between the Eagles and Bills. God, that game's ugly. This ended up being a pretty solid choice to go live with this game instead. Because now we get out of here by 7. I can properly eat and get ready for Sunday Night Football. We have like an hour plus to spare instead of 40 minutes. I might try to do 4 or 5 games more often. Again, the only issue is just like the time that the 1 o'clock games end. As we're at commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. The final minute 56 to play. Oh yeah, and like Shedeur should be the starter next year for the Browns. Give him a full proper season. Give him an off season of being the starter and getting proper first team reps. Shedeur can be a really quality starter for them. Now, of course, there's a ton of other issues with the Browns because they're the Browns, but still. Pickett looking to throw in 4th and 6, stepping up, gonna take it himself along that left side. Has space for the first, gets inside the 30 to the 28, but there is a penalty. Meanwhile, Josh Allen just took like a 20+ yard sack. Yeah. Nah, that checkdown's not enough. Holding against the Raiders is the call. Gonna be a 4th and 16 coming up. Yeah, clear holding. Oh no, why did you say that, Kevin Harlan? Pickett and shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw in 4th and 16. Has time, pass right side, can he be caught, but not enough for the first. I do not see a previous message aside from the Eagles shutting out Buffalo one, which yeah, I would also be surprised by that. But it's getting like more and more likely now. He just reminded me that the last time the Raiders had the first overall pick was when they selected Jamarcus Russell, and we saw how that played out. I swear, if they get that bad of luck again. Yeah. As a Cardinals fan, how do you feel about the situation with Kyler Murray right now? Because like that soft benching was kind of felt weird and kind of not been playing out the greatest. As the Giants are gonna begin kneeling this one away after the stop on 4th down. Yeah, Kevin Harlan is speaking another draft bust into existence for the Raiders. Yeah, I think it's a sentiment for most. But like, his contract is tradable, right? It's not like Miami's situation with Tua, where you have a contract that you can't really trade for anything of value, and you kind of just have to deal with the dead cap. Yeah. No, that's happened multiple times before, where games end up playing out differently. That's just the nature of the NFL. What is this contract? All right, one more kneel down is needed. And there it is. The Raiders are the only team in the NFL with 2 wins. They have sole possession of the first overall pick. And with a loss to the Chiefs next week, they would have the first overall pick for the first time since 2007 and a chance to draft their franchise. Yep. Again, I'll be live again for Sunday Night Football. Hope to see you all there. That game should be incredible, but you never know with the NFL. Either way, it should be entertaining one way or another. The potential 1 seed on the line, the winner of that game tonight will keep their 1 seed hopes alive. Meanwhile, a San Francisco loss would give Seattle the division. Yeah, that should be a good one. I'll be live for that in an hour 20 or so when that game kicks off. Hope to see you all there. I will see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one.